said pay far too little tax and should be taxed more. But this is the question we're asking you at Morning Live SABC. We'd love to hear from you.
And it takes me back to day one of Angelo Agrisi's testimony, where he was talking about how he was advised that his salary was like basically split. Yes. Half was kind of paid to his wife, half to him, so that he stayed out of a certain tax bracket.
Amazing.
So people go through all sort of lengths in order to evade. And that interview you had yesterday with a representative from Oxfam talking about how companies under the apartheid dispensation
paid a lot
were
more.
Taxed about 50%,
yeah.
And today it's less than 30%.
Doesn't make sense.
Tell us what your views are.
It's a great question. And we're going to be looking deeper into that conversation. In fact, in the next hour, we've got TK Pue. He'll be coming in to talk about tax evasion. So there you go.
Right. Stories of the day now. So the National Prosecuting Authority today expected to provisionally withdraw corruption charges against former President Jacob Zuma's son, Duduzane.
Former Bosasa Chief Operations Officer Angelo Agrisi is expected to conclude his testimony at the Commission of Inquiry into allegations of state capture. This has been our longest.
Day 7.
Longest one so far.
Day 7 today. And then the Mohoro inquiry into the fitness of suspended NPA senior advocates Chiba and Mkhwebi to hold office continues in Centurion.
And DA leader Mmusi Maimane, together with some Esidimeni family members, will hold a memorial service outside the Gauteng Premier's office.
And soccer legend Philemon Masinga will be laid to rest in his hometown of Kuma near Stilfontein in the Northwest Province today.
Okay, moving on to trending topics now. It's something we covered extensively in the news. Rest in peace, Oliver Mtukudzi, passing away yesterday at the age of 66. The family, of course, are going to be releasing a statement and talking a bit more about this, but he did die in Zimbabwe, and this, of course, a great loss to the continent, and we have been paying as much tribute as we can, because as much as he may have been born in Zimbabwe, he did belong certainly to the continent and to the world in general with the impact that his music made globally. Amazing.
Absolutely.
Musician.
Absolutely. Hashtag EFF media briefing. This one took place yesterday. We had the story in the news as well, where the EFF, during that presser, basically called on those implicated cabinet members and members of parliament, those implicated in Agrisi's testimony at the Commission into State Capture, to step down. Also said the attack, as it were, and I use the word very loosely, attack on President Jacob Zuma in Parliament was not against Zuma the man. It was against the constitutional delinquent. And they say if Cyril Ramaphosa also, proves himself to be a constitutional delinquent, then they will mete out the same treatment that was meted out to Zuma. So they say Cyril Ramaphosa must hold a press briefing before the end of January, and he must come clean on the Bosasa issue. And failing which, they will turn SONA into a Q&A. Remember,
and more than a Q&A.
Pay back the money. So they're threatening to do that unless, of course, he actually comes clean.
No. That would have been another nice question to ask the viewers again. I mean, do you want to see Parliament going in that direction again? We seem to have almost gotten over that, but now are we going to go right back to the days where we're getting kicked out of Parliament and screaming and shouting and punching one another, all asking questions like that? I don't know. I personally am tired of that. I sort of wanted to move forward, but maybe people like
that. I think let's ask.
It's a nice one.
What do you think? What do you think of what the EFF has said? They said that they will hold President Ramaphosa to account on the Bosasa matter, and he needs to come clean. Otherwise, we will revert to the turning SONA into Q&A session with the president. So let us know your views at Morning Live SABC.
Okay, right, moving on. SA in Davos, so we know what's happening there. The World Economic Forum, South Africa, out on a mission to attract as many investors as possible, and I'm sure that we will get a report on what went down in Davos yesterday, so stay tuned for that. Duduzane Zuma, he of course is going to be stealing some headlines today, where the NPA gave reasons why it's dropping charges against Duduzane Zuma. It will announce that today when his son returns to court.
Yeah,
That's Jacob Zuma's son, I beg your pardon.
Yeah. We'll be speaking to Lawson Naidu about that. A bit of a storm in a teacup, because this sort of thing actually happens quite routinely. But I think perhaps it's important to explain to the public, the lay public, exactly what is happening, the procedures and why it is happening.
That's good.
So we'll speak to Lawson Naidu about
and that'll
this.
happen in the first hour. Then this trending topic is really quite interesting. Emiliano Sala. Now, apparently what happened there is that he sent a voice recording from a plane, basically telling his family, saying that this plane is going down, something is about to happen, I'm on a plane that looks like it's about to fall apart. He was flying over the English Channel, he's gone missing, and the plane has gone missing, and this is a very big problem, and this sound voice recording is doing the rounds. So I'm not sure if there's a new update on this, but I mean, he's one of these great guys now, isn't he? An Argentinian. He was paid millions and millions of pounds to come and play for Cardiff. Is that right?
For Cardiff, yes,
Yeah.
Cardiff football player. So, again, as you say, the details still very sketchy on this one, but we will follow up, because I'm also just looking for updates on the story, and not quite anything yet. But I see some of the sports pages actually reporting rather bleakly about this at the moment, but we'll let you know as soon as we have anything more officially.
Okay, 20 minutes past 6. Time now for a traffic update, and Rob Byrne is on the line. Rob?